Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Strength Kale and we're going to see just how good she is at Link level 10 and Rainbow. So Kale, I actually quite like her as a unit. I think she's still pretty decent. It's just that she relies on a team to reach her full capacity, and that team I think needs a little bit of buffs. So she's a pure Sans with Pepe Gal's lead of 120%. She raises attack and defense on her super attack, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers defense. She has attack and defense of 80% and attack and defense at 10% per pure Sans or Pepe Gal's category ally on the team. She launches an additional super attack when there is a Universal Survival Saga or pure Sans category enemy, and she will guard all attacks within the turn when there's an ally whose name includes Caulifla attacking in the same turn. She's got Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Battlefield Diva, Solid Support, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle as her links. And she's on the Pepe Gal's Universal Survival Saga, Pure Saiyans, Universe 6, Rapid Growth, and Bond of Friendship categories. Now, quite frankly, something interesting is that if you have units that are both Pepe Gal's and Pure Saiyans, she will actually receive a total boost of 20%. And she will also launch 2 additional super attacks if she faces someone that's a Pure Saiyan and from the Universal Survival Saga. So that's pretty interesting. That gives her a lot of usability, a lot of flexibility. I'm using her on a Pure Saiyans team with a couple Pure Saiyans and Pepe Gal's cross units. The biggest thing with this Caulifla is simply that you need to have a Kale. This Kale is that you need to have a Caulifla. There we go. So honestly, Kale's kind of like a pseudo mini Mystic Gohan, if that makes any sense. Like Gohan, the big thing about him that everyone likes is how he stacks attack and defense. He guards. She's basically the same thing as long as you have Caulifla, just to a lesser extent. She doesn't greatly raise attack and defense. She doesn't have the transformation, but in general, she's got a pretty damn good kit. And to be quite frank, she has a very, very, very solid flexibility within her link set and everything. I have no real major issues with Kale. I just think her team is what lets her down. You have a couple options with Cauliflas. 2 of them are great, and then a couple of them are not. So you have Tech Caulifla, who by the way is probably one of the coolest units in the game. As you can see, her defense is rising, by the way, just to point that out. And we now have Caulifla on the rotations, and now we're looking pretty good. And there's no support or anything. 151k is really not that bad. 1.9 million, very, very solid stuff. So you can see she's just like a baby version of that Mystic Gohan. Now Caulifla, there's a couple options, but realistically speaking, there's not a lot. You have essentially 3 major options you can run. You have the Tech Caulifla, you have the Tech Kale and Caulifla, who will also trigger the passive, and you have the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Kale LR. All 3 of these are honestly more than fine options. You pair them up with her, they share a decent number of links, you're more than fine. So really there's no major, no major concerns when it comes to how she operates. It's just that you need one of these units to really make her work. I think as well the rest of the Universe 6 team probably needs a little bit of an update. I think if she gets an EZA, the LR gets an EZA, and Tech Caulifla gets an EZA, I think the team's really strong then. Between Tech Caulifla and Kale, a newly EZA'd LR, these 2 EZAing, you basically have all the tools to make an incredibly strong team. And the one thing that is a bit of a bummer is, for example, Kefla units won't trigger both sides of the passive. They'll only trigger some parts of the passive. And I'd really like if they added on with her EZA another 10% for units that are on Universe 6. So that building her into a Universe 6 team or maybe a USS team becomes even more viable. But here I just wanted to show what she looks like. This is her third turn built up. She has some support here, and you can see straight away, 2.5 million, very solid. 250k defense, got guard, exceptional. So she's really honestly just very good. Like I said, she's a baby Mystic Gohan. If you like Mystic Gohan, you have no reason not to like Kale. There's really no reason whatsoever not to like her. The only thing that is irritating, somewhat irritating, is that you need to have a Caulifla for her to realistically have her full passive, which is where I can say, like, okay, maybe it's a little bit limiting. But honestly speaking, she's just very good, super solid. I think from a link perspective, it's not too many that you need. Same lineage helps, same warrior race does help. You've got Fierce Battle, which is great. Then you've got like your Tournament of Power for your USS teams, which is fine. And then you've got obviously Universe 6 or Warriors of Universe 6 for your Universe 6 team. And then you've got Battlefield Diva for your Pepe Gals team. So overall, you've just got enough decent options to make her viable on quite a few teams. But same lineage, same warrior race, Fierce Battle. These are links that are more than fine. They give her a decent variety. The big thing is like there's no real point linking her with other units that aren't Caulifla, because without a Caulifla, you're not going to be able to, like, honestly do anything. Like, that's the thing. She's not going to look nearly as impressive without her guard. So as much as like I do appreciate how good she is when that guard activates, it does come with the small caveat that you have to have a Caulifla. Now fortunately, Caulifla is a great linking partner for her on every single category she's on, and you should be able to find at least one of the 3 really good ones, being the Tech Caulifla, the AGL, Super Saiyan 2 LR, or being the Tech Kale and Caulifla on the friendship unit. But yeah, if you don't have one of those 3, then her usability drops way down. She'll still be decent in certain situations and long form events and areas where she's fighting in pure Saiyan. Not to say that she becomes useless, but losing that guard does obviously remove a large portion of her usability. It's very similar to Tech Caulifla, who's a fantastic unit until you do an event that disables evasion, and then that's it, she can't evade. So yeah, it is somewhat of a little bit of a caveat, but I think overall Strength Kale is actually really cool and a lot of fun to use, and I really enjoyed using her. I still enjoy using her, and I can't wait, not even for her maybe to get an easy A, but like as soon as the LR gets an easy A, I genuinely will probably run these guys like crazy. Even if I get my hands on the Tech Caulifla and Kale unit, I'll probably run these guys like crazy just because I really like them and I think they're really solid. So yeah, but I think that's everything we need to know. I don't really think there's anything else. And yeah, obviously appreciate you guys watching the video, and let me know your thoughts. Bye.